What's going on, YouTube? This is Chris Six, and I'm coming at you guys with the SmackDown Live results and review, and also the Mixed Match Challenge results and review. So stay tuned at the end of this video for the Mixed Match Challenge results and review. But tonight's SmackDown started out with a recap, pretty much, from the last couple weeks, with the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn destruction. I don't know. It's a mess. It's really a mess. But as of right now, because of last week, they are fired from SmackDown Live by Daniel Bryan after mugging Shane McMahon the week prior. And then they end up mugging last week Daniel Bryan after he fired them. Now, for the first action of tonight, for the first match, we end up having what was supposed to be Sunil Singh and Jinder Mahal versus Bobby Roode and Randy Orton. Now, Sunil Singh was still out with injury after being jumped last week, neck injury, whatnot. So Jinder Mahal ended up recruiting Rusev to partner up with and take on Bobby Roode and Randy Orton. Now, things kind of escalated and broke out in the match. Bobby Roode was pushed into Randy Orton. Randy Orton ended up turning around and giving an RKO to Bobby Roode. And then Randy Orton got Machka kicked, and Rusev and Jinder Mahal picked up the win over Bobby Roode and Randy Orton. Very eventful match, decent match. I liked it a lot. The next little scene that we end up seeing backstage was Rusev and Aiden English and Samir Singh and also Jinder Mahal, and pretty much Rusev ended up putting Jinder Mahal on notice. He said he is going to go find Daniel Bryan and try to make this Rusev Mania. He is going to try to make this triple threat of Bobby Roode, Randy Orton, and Jinder Mahal a fatal four-way instead of a triple threat, being that he got the pin over Randy Orton today over the United States champion. Then we end up cutting to a AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura bit backstage. Nakamura walks up on AJ Styles and asks him if he would be in his corner during his match against Shelton Benjamin tonight. He'd like him there in his corner. AJ Styles gladly accepts, and to stand in the corner for Shinsuke Nakamura, being that Shelton Benjamin has Chad Gable on his side and whatnot. We end up having a women's division match. I don't know. They're getting us prepped pretty much for this women's battle royale during WrestleMania. The very first women's battle royale, I do need to interject pretty much. So they're getting us prepped for this battle royale. Becky Lynch ended up beating Ruby Riott from the Riott Squad, and then afterwards, Becky Lynch got jumped by Ruby Riott's, henchmen, pretty much, Sarah Logan and Liv Morgan, and Becky Lynch threw him out of the ring, over the top rope out of the ring. Like I said, they're prepping us for this Battle Royale match for the women's division. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what ends up happening. The next thing we end up having was General Manager Daniel Bryan. He comes out to the ring to address pretty much the whole bullshit that went down during SmackDown the last 2 weeks. Him getting powerbombed on the apron, Shane McMahon getting powerbombed backstage, Shane McMahon being injured and whatnot. He pretty much puts forth the battle, drawing the battle line at WrestleMania, saying that him and Shane McMahon are taking on taking on Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. My bad. And it was also announced that if Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon win at WrestleMania against Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens, that they will still remain fired from SmackDown Live. But if it happens to be that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn pull out the win, they will be reinstated into SmackDown Live and get their jobs back. I have this feeling that it's probably going to happen, that they're going to get reinstated, but then again, it's a possibility that they may end up over on Raw. Granted, I think that they had just came from Raw, last shakeup that we end up having, but I can't wait to see what ends up happening with this, and I can't wait to see Daniel Bryan back in the ring. Give this video a like if you guys are all apt for Daniel Bryan wrestling again. I know I sure as hell am. I can't wait for this match with Shane McMahon, Daniel Bryan. It's going to be amazing. Next, we end up having a New Day and Bludgeon Brothers match. Pretty much destruction, that's all I can say. Well, Usos end up coming out, interfering with the match, giving the Bludgeon Brothers a win for jumping in. But it was actually made official that the Tag Team Championship match for the for SmackDown is going to be a triple threat. Usos versus Bludgeon Brothers versus New Day during WrestleMania. Give me a whoop whoop if you guys are ready for this tag team divisions match. I've been waiting for a grip for the Bludgeon Brothers to try their hand at the titles. The next match we end up having was Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Breeze. Now, Fandango was out there. I don't know what the hell Fandango was doing. He was running laps around the ring at one point. I guess he was trying to cause a distraction, but Dolph Ziggler pulled out the zigzag at the end, getting the win over Tyler Breeze. I don't know. I'm not really big on the Breezango, not big on the Fashion Files. I know a lot of Universe fans out there are, but I'm one of the Universe fans that are not a fan of the Breezango Fashion Files bullshit. I think it's just mindless shit that's being pumped into, our TVs yet again by WWE. It was also announced that Rusev did get added to the triple threat match for the United States Championship. So now this match is Rusev, Randy Orton, Bobby Roode, and Jinder Mahal for the United States Championship at WrestleMania. So be sure to check back for the results on that. WrestleMania is in 12 days, so we're getting really prepped. We've got one more SmackDown and one more Raw until WrestleMania, so let's see what ends up happening. Now, for the final match of the night, it was the Shinsuke Nakamura versus Shelton Benjamin, and he had AJ Styles out there in his corner, as well as Shelton Benjamin had Chad Gable in his corner. But Shinsuke Nakamura picked up the win with a Kinshasa to Shelton Benjamin, and he got on the mic afterwards and told AJ Styles that he really didn't need him in his corner. He just had him out there to show him how he was going to beat him during WrestleMania. And AJ Styles said he's not all into these mind games. He said during WrestleMania, it's not going to be a game anymore. He's going to be, pretty much on that ass. And Shinsuke goes to jump out of the ring. Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin jump AJ Styles in the middle of the ring. Shinsuke actually taking out Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, helping AJ Styles in the end. And AJ Styles started to try to get up, and he was in the perfect position for Kinshasa. And Nakamura actually ran up on him, faking him out, making him think he was going to give him the Kinshasa, reached forward and patted him on the head like a little dog, and pretty much told him he'd see him at WrestleMania. So I can't wait to see what happens. Now, for the Mixed Match Challenge results, we end up having Bobby Roode and supposed to be Charlotte Flair versus Sasha Banks and Finn Balor. Now, Charlotte was not there. I'm not exactly sure if they mentioned. I did not catch that part, so if anybody did catch that part, comment down in the comment section of why Charlotte Flair wasn't there. But I did not see anything exactly determining, like I said. But back to this. Bobby Roode ended up getting teamed up with Becky Lynch. It was up to the fans to vote, and Becky Lynch was chosen. Now, Becky Lynch and Bobby Roode pulled out the win over Finn Balor and Sasha Banks, so they are moving on in this mixed match challenge. And that leaves us to the finals, the final two teams. It was Bobby Roode and Charlotte Flair, because Charlotte Flair gets to move on, being that Becky Lynch helped them pick up the win. Charlotte Flair and Bobby Roode versus Asuka and The Miz. I think that is next week. We will be getting the finals, so be sure to check back to see the finals of results of Mixed Match Challenge on here. This is pretty much it. I mean, whoever wins this, the $100,000 goes to their charity they are wrestling for. So, like I said, be sure to check back for that. Be sure to like, subscribe, share, favorite. Follow me on Facebook and Twitter. Go on over to Baby Dannyland and follow her on her YouTube. Subscribe to her. Be sure to go on over to Scotty Pockets Gaming. Hit that subscribe button on him. Do the same with Angel Sword. It's a Rome thing every day. Your guys' support's really helping out. I'm seeing a drastic change in these channels, and the support it's overwhelming to us as creators to know that you guys are supporting us and wanting to see more content. Now, as for wrestling, I'm planning on doing some massive stuff next week. Hopefully everything pans out for this, but I plan on doing some stuff working up till WrestleMania. Maybe some countdowns, some top 5, top 10 lists. I don't know, but I may be doing something for you guys come next week. I will have that all figured out by next week. We will probably be live streaming again sometime, hopefully soon, possibly tonight. We may be live streaming some Fortnite again. I know I might be. I don't know about Baby Dannyland, but we'll possibly be live streaming again tonight, so be sure to check back for that. Hit that notifications bell. It really hit that notifications bell. You'll be notified when these videos go up and when we go live. Love, peace, chicken grease. Be kind to one another. Create, not hate. That's all I can say. Brr.